During Ford's year-end countdown.
K&G's Two Suits for $150 event is on. Right now, for a limited time, you can get 2 selected men's suits for just $150. That's less than the price of one at a department store. K&G Fashion Superstore. For men, for women, for less.
Want to shop? Save time, save money. Buy online. PCRichard.com.
XM, 170 channels to find what turns you on.
If that doesn't get you into the holiday spirit, what would? Rockefeller Center, CBS Broadcast Center, nothing says Christmas like working at the CBS Broadcast Center. Merry Christmas from all of us here at CBS 2 News. Welcome back to CBS 2 News Sunday morning. And here's a look now at some of the stories making news across the country. The former Miss Nevada USA says she is sorry, and she also wants her crown back. Katie Reese was dethroned last week after some racy photos of her surfaced on the internet. Reese has asked pageant co-owner Donald Trump for the same second chance that he gave Miss USA Tara Conner. An Irish rocker, Bono, will become a Knight of the British Empire. He will be knighted in the new year for his humanitarian efforts. A spokesperson says Bono hopes the publicity will help him raise more aid for Africa. Although knighted, Bono cannot use the title Sir since he is not British. And talk about your holiday spirit. An Austin, Texas woman takes the cake. Each year, 63-year-old Sue Smith decorates each and every room in her home. Why not? She has a plethora of all things holiday. 258 nutcrackers, every shape and size. 152 Christmas trees.
That's a lot of Christmas trees.
Smith says her only motivation is the joy that her collection brings to others. She must have one mighty big attic.
I know.
To put all that stuff
Where
in
does
there.
she fit all that
That's got to
stuff?
be a storage locker.
Unbelievable. It probably takes her 6 months just to put it up and then bring it back down again. That's right. Yeah. Weather-wise, it's going to be a great day today. A lot of folks will be traveling out of our area during the day today. You're going to be fine, and most of the nation is actually quiet. We'll show you that in a few seconds with our national travel forecast. But we're waking up to beautiful skies out there. We have blue skies. We also have a couple of clouds in the mix as well, but really it's going to turn out to be a fine day, and temperatures once again are mild. It is mostly cloudy, but the clouds are high and thin, and so we have filtered sunshine. We're going to see plenty of it. 47 degrees is the current temperature. We should be about 30 this time of day, so way above normal. Wind is west at around 15 miles an hour, so it feels a little colder than the actual temperature. Temperatures area-wide, pretty much the same everywhere. 44 degrees in Middletown, not much change there. 45 in Huntington, 45 degrees in Montauk, 47 in Franklin, New Jersey. So really, everyone's in the 40s for the most part, at least. On the satellite radar, cold front sweeping down from the north. Plenty of breaks in the clouds out here in Pennsylvania and New York. There are a couple of showers way north and west of the city. We may see one passing by in the Catskills and Poconos. But really, I think it's going to be a fine day, and it's going to be great for Christmas Eve. If you have any travel plans, it'll be fine. Again, clouds and sunshine, a bit cooler during the day today as that cold front pushes through. Temperatures about 5 degrees less than yesterday. Yesterday we got up to 60, a couple of record highs across the area. Today we'll be around 55. It'll feel like the 40s though because it's going to be breezy all day. High pressure's on top of us overnight tonight. That means clear skies and cold when you wake up tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we'll start out with sunshine, but as we head through Christmas, a storm system developing in the Gulf is going to move up the eastern seaboard. It will bring rain to our areas starting during the late afternoon, also through the evening. Some of it tomorrow night could be heavy at times. All right, if you're traveling around the nation today, the real problem area is going to be the Gulf Coast from Texas to Louisiana, around New Orleans, and eventually some of that rain will move into Tampa. A couple of showers around there right now. So anywhere from Orlando, Tampa, west into Texas, Houston, Dallas, could be some flight delays during the day today. Elsewhere across the nation, a couple of clouds across the Rockies, but otherwise it's fine. Dallas today, 54 and rain. There'll be some travel problems there. Late in the day, maybe in Atlanta. 60 degrees in Raleigh-Durham. Going to be fine there. Chicago looking good in O'Hare, and Midway, 49 degrees in Seattle. A couple of clouds. Not going to even rain in Seattle until later in the day. White Christmas, where are we going to see it? Obviously, nowhere up and down the eastern seaboard, not even the mountains of New England. A lot of heavy snow has fallen over the Rockies. We'll get a little bit more in the way of snow in the Rockies during the day today. That's where the thick snow cover is. But no snow on Christmas morning when you wake up in the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes. But if you are headed there, there will be some rain and snow mixed late in the day. But really, not much of a white Christmas anywhere in the nation other than the Rockies. Here's your forecast now. Clouds and sunshine, a shower north and west, 54 today. Going to be a great day. Clear and cool overnight tonight. Temperature right around 40 degrees. Tomorrow, Merry Christmas, everybody. We're starting out with sunshine, late day rain, 4 or 5 o'clock around sunset or so. so. Temperature around 48, so it's a bit cooler tomorrow. It turns breezy, if not windy, tomorrow night. Rain could be heavy at times tomorrow night, maybe a flake mixed in far north and west of the city, and then a few flurries for everyone probably on Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, and then temperatures more winter-like by Wednesday and Thursday, but by no means is it going to be brutally cold. It's going to be brutally cool by the middle of the week.
Well, compared to what we've been dealing with, right?
That's right. Exactly.
It's all relative.
I know.
Everything is relative.
Thanks, Jeff.
Okay.
All right, let's talk sports. The Knicks and Nets both lost last night on the ice there. The Islanders came away winners while the Devils and Rangers lost.
But it's all eyes today on the local football teams. Earlier, Sam Ryan previewed the Giants' big game. Now she takes a look at the Jets' battle for a playoff spot.
Boston.
Pennington lost one, left side to the end zone, caught, touchdown, Lavernius Coles. What a pass by Pennington.
Chad Pennington has been both very good and very bad this season, and it's that inconsistency which still have the Jets battling for the AFC wild card with 2 games to go. Last week's win at Minnesota and a solid performance by Pennington has kept Gang Green in the mix.
It was a big game for us to see how we would respond, and I think our response really shows the character that we have on this team and just what these guys are made of in this locker room. I mean, there's no quit in these guys.
The way that they've worked throughout the season to come out and execute after that adversity initially and play team football, play complete football. The win is exciting. That makes me happy, but the way that we played as a team makes me even happier.
So with 2 games remaining, the Jets head to Miami for a Christmas night game against the Dolphins, who at 6-8 have nothing to play for but pride.
And they're just a tough team to play against, period. I mean, across the board. Just a tough team, and again, I mean, you just have to go out and just try and give your best, and you can't save nothing, got to leave it on the field.
A meaningful game for us, and if we win, you know, it just makes next week even more meaningful. So it's going to be a big game. A lot of fans are going to be there. It's going to be fun.
And be sure and join Sam Ryan for Sunday Blitz this morning at 11 a.m. right here on CBS 2. Sam will be joined by former Giants running back Keith Elias and former Jets QB Glenn Foley in studio. Cindy, over to you.
Thank you, Kirstin. Time now for the New York Times Real Estate Report for this Sunday, December 24th. Today's cover story focuses on baby boomers and their trek to the city. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But first, living in Bordentown City, New Jersey. Here's New York Times real estate editor Bill Goss.
Bordentown City is a very small city on the Delaware River south of Trenton. And it has a great downtown, very vibrant. It has restaurants and shops and things. And the town is only a mile square. Wow. And so the residents are really packed in it close. So it's like a quintessential old American city.
Now, tell me the difference between Bordentown City and Bordentown Township.
Bordentown City has been there for 300 years. The township grew up around it as very suburban, and they're not connected at all.
Okay, tell me if
governmentally or what have you.
If we were walking down the street, kind of the layout and who would find there?
There's just it's a nice old downtown, and you would find lots of restaurants and lots of people on the street, and interesting shops and art galleries and things like that.
How about homes and real estate and prices?
There are some old colonials and along the river. Victorian recently sold for $640,000. 2 are on the market right now. They're older than 170 years old each, and they're about $500,000. But mostly it's row houses and single-family houses that sell for a little less than $260,000. And it's the kind of a place where they tend to keep the houses going and refurbish them as opposed to knocking them down and building something else.
Okay, how about the commute into Manhattan?
The commute into Manhattan is about 90 minutes. A lot of people have been moving there from New York and upper New Jersey, but of course it's very close to Trenton, 11 minutes by light rail, and there's also a lot of people who live in Philadelphia.
Okay, how about children in the schools?
They've just added a high school, and the SATs are on par with the state averages, and they're sort of rejiggering the other schools since they have this new school.
Okay.
So it's popular with families.
Now, your cover story, you've talked a lot about the new development that's happening in the city and the area, and we're talking about kind of who's buying and where they're going.
We have talked a lot about that, and invariably developers say, well, among the people they expect to buy these apartments are empty nesters. But that's a broad category, and it's getting broader as baby boomers grow up. So we looked into it, and we discovered that indeed baby boomers are moving into New York, or are planning to move into New York as their children leave the house, as they're doing around the country. Cities are becoming very popular. But they're not all wealthy. And they're looking in Brooklyn, they're looking in Queens, the other boroughs, and they're planning ahead now. We talked to a couple. The woman is 45 years old, her husband's 55, and they're thinking, where are we going to spend, our retirement years? And they're looking, and they've looked at 50 houses in Brooklyn, and they'll find one.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
For more on these stories, grab the Times or go to WCBS-TV.com and scroll down on the homepage.
All right, so he cooks for presidents, but today he's cooking just for you.
Up next, Tony Tantillo has a special guest with a dish you don't want to miss.
Fly home for the holidays in one of the safest cars in its class. The Saab 93 Sports Sedan, awarded the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety's highest honors 3 years in a row. And now during Saab's year-end event, get $500 bonus cash on select 93 Sports Sedans. With these holiday prices, you're closer to owning a jet than you think. It pays to fly home for the holidays. So hurry in now, because after January 2nd, these offers have left the gate.
Didn't I always say once the kids were through with college and out of the house, we'd have more time to cook together?
And you're a man of your word. I'm just happy to have help with the menu planning and the prep work. Speaking of planning, are we ready to buy that long-term care insurance we talked about?
But we just finished paying tuition bills.
I know, but the sooner we buy it, the less it'll cost. And I want to say in the kind of care that we get. And I want to know that our assets are protected. We've worked hard.
Okay, set it up.
For more information about long-term care insurance, call 1-866-950-PLAN today.
Part MP3 player, part phone. Everybody loves chocolate. Now in mint, cherry, and white. Just $99.99. Exclusively from Verizon Wireless.
At Mercedes-Benz of Morristown, we find you the right car at the right price and have fun doing it. Our customers are number one. We listen to them and we try to solve their problems, make it very easy for them to purchase a car, service their car, or even fix a damaged car. We've been in this business for 75 years, and that's really what we're about. And you're part of our family. Mercedes-Benz builds a car that's a pleasure to drive. At Mercedes-Benz of Morristown, we make it a pleasure to own.
Tony Tantillo, brought to you by Colavita, America's best-selling Italian extra virgin olive oil.
Santa mailman.
I like that.
Sweet.
All right, 8:51 now. Are you ready for Christmas?
You're ready. You're all packed.
I always am, yeah.
Ready to go.
Well, we're saying forget the presents. We're talking about food right now.
Oh, it is all about food this time of the year. And to lead us through that wonderful universe, Tony Tantillo with another mouth-watering dish from John Dougherty, executive chef at the Waldorf Astoria.
Do you hear that? That is lobster cooking with a wonderful sauce. Again, John is back with us. His book, The Waldorf Astoria Cookbook. This is delicious, and for Christmas Eve, hey, how could you beat this? John, how are you again?
Very good, thank you.
Now, we already started with this to make the sauce. We have olive oil. We'll describe the lobster you put in there.
I'll heat the olive oil, lobster pieces, and then onions. We got fennel.
Okay.
There's some fresh thyme in there already. The fennel is very nice. Lemongrass, we give it a little bit of Thai touch.
Beautiful.
Garlic pieces, you don't have to worry. Now everything is gonna.
Now the garlic, you put big pieces of garlic in there, right?
That's fine because we're gonna strain it all out.
All right.
Okay. Then we got some cognac.
Ah.
All right.
Look at that. That beautiful and white.
This is Thai curry paste, red Thai curry paste. Tomato puree.
If this was smell-o-vision, there's so much stuff going on right here right now.
And of
it's
course,
absolutely incredible.
Fresh ginger. And what's nice about this, Tony, we make this the day before. This is not something you make the day you're entertaining.
Is it good to make it the day before? It's better that way so it can sit?
Absolutely. Just some water and coconut milk.
Could you use chicken stock in this too?
We definitely use chicken stock. Very nice. And that's coconut milk.
And how long?
You're going to simmer this until you have a nice, thick sauce. And it'll turn nice and pink.
Okay.
That's the finished product right there.
Right.
So you just let that simmer away. And all the water comes out of the vegetables and the lobster. And you strain it out after about 45 minutes.
So much stuff going on in this pot right now with everything and the flavors, the smell, the sights. It's incredible. It's beautiful. Let's finish this.
Okay. Mango, diced mango, a little rice wine vinegar, and fresh basil.
What you have right here.
That's it. It's a mango salad.
Beautiful.
All right. Then we've got over here, I'm going to use this spoon, for lobster, the lobster tails, which we poached. We just lay it right on top That little guy fell right there.
It's all right. You can fix them up. That's fine.
Okay, very good. And we got our sauce, which we just spoon right around.
Beautiful.
Very pretty. And the best part about this dish, this is a little opal basil, but if you don't have opal basil, which can be hard to find, a little parsley or
you can
regular...
find opal basil in some green markets right now. It is pretty hard to find. Regular basil is just as good?
Yes.
Okay.
And then this is a beauty. This is ginger, fresh ginger, julienne, cooked in half sugar and water, patted dry, fried, crispy. Taste some of that. Taste that.
I will.
That's the best part.
You did it again.
That's it.
The eggs over here, the lobster over here, John, the Waldorf Astoria. What a beautiful thing, Christmas Eve. This is eating beautiful. And again, the recipes are on the website. And John made them just for us. This is just for us, right? This is just for us. Nobody else. Just for us.
Just for us.
Beautiful. Back to you guys. Oh, am I going to have a great breakfast now?
How could you not with fried sugared ginger? Well, taking a final look now at the day's top stories, the countdown to Christmas has shoppers blitzing area stores for those last-minute gifts. To help with the rush, many stores have extended their hours, including Macy's at the Queen Center Mall in Elmhurst, going 24 hours. There is finally some relief for travelers at the nation's airports. Here at home, hundreds were stranded at LaGuardia Airport after a blizzard shut down Denver's airport earlier this week. But as of yesterday afternoon, many of those stranded were able to get on their flights. Some, though, still waiting. Airlines say they're backlogged and they're not actually sure when they're going to fully be able to catch up. And be sure to head to our website, WCBS-TV.com, for our complete holiday survival guide. You can find everything from last-minute gift ideas to travel information, and even take a peek at the glimmering lights that adorn some of the homes in your neighborhood. It's all on our homepage of our website.
And Jeff Berardelli is here with a final check on our weather.
We kind of lucked out. You know, most of the weekend has been nice, and it's going to continue to be nice. Tomorrow is the problem time. Tomorrow afternoon, especially into the evening, that's when some rain will move in. But first things first, let's talk about today. It's going to be a fine day, partly sunny skies, temperatures around 54 degrees. It's way above normal for this time of year, so the mild air continues. Overnight tonight, it's going to be clear. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, it will be cold. Temperatures in the city will probably be in the upper. That's not really that cold, but relatively speaking, it is kind of cold. North and west upper 20s to around 30 degrees. Now tomorrow we start with sunshine. Clouds will thicken up during the afternoon. I think the rain will move in over central New Jersey at around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. In the city for 5 o'clock. North and west probably as late as 7 o'clock. Could be heavy at times tomorrow night. But the majority of tomorrow is going to be dry. As you work your way home from the relatives, that's when you're going to run into problems tomorrow night. Maybe a couple of wet snowflakes mixed in far north and west of the city tomorrow night. The storm will kind of exit early Tuesday. We'll see some sunshine Tuesday, much colder air Tuesday night and Wednesday. It'll feel like winter, lows in the 20s, highs in the low 40s, wind chills in the 30s.
And we're about to break a record, right?
You know, depending upon what happens towards the end of the month, we could see the warmest December ever on record here in the tri-state area. And when I say ever, we've been keeping records since 1870. I haven't been around for all of them, but I can say that probably the records are pretty accurate.
You've been around for about 18 years.
Oh, thank you.
What are the today's weather, guys?
Second warmest, right, today?
Today, as of now, we're the second warmest December on record. November was the 5th warmest.
All right. Jeff, thanks.
All right.
And it's time now to check in with Sunday Morning and Charles Osgood to see what's coming up.
Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Cindy. Morning, Kirstin. Well, the weather outside is indeed balmy, but down deep, we're all still dreaming of a white Christmas. In fact, did you know White Christmas is still the best-selling song of all time? This morning, we'll tell you about White Christmas and the legendary songwriter and New Yorker who wrote it, Irving Berlin. We'll also tell you about the best electronic goodies of the year. We have an interview with Edward Norton, star of the new movie, The Painted Veil. Some real-life penguins will be stopping by, and we salute the USO on its 65th anniversary. Merry Christmas from Sunday Morning, coming up next.
Right. And Merry Christmas to you as well, Charles.
Thank you.
And don't forget, you can catch your favorite CBS primetime shows free anytime on our website.
Go to WCBS-TV.com, click on the CBS Inner Tube link in the center of our homepage. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. CBS 2 News is back tonight at 11.
You can check out the headlines all day from home at WCBS-TV.com. For Jeff, Tony, and the entire CBS 2 News team, I'm Kirstin Cole.
And I'm Cindy Hsu. CBS Sunday Morning with Charles Osgood is next. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's that time of year again,
when you'll find exceptional values on your favorite Lexus vehicles. See your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer.
Part MP3 player. Part phone. Everybody loves chocolate. Now in mint, cherry, and white. Just $99.99. Exclusively from Verizon Wireless.
Cancer cells, and they're growing. Doctors or lab technicians can fail to diagnose cancer when they should detect it. What if cancer diagnosis comes too late or not at all, and treatment is delayed or never begun? It does happen. That's when you need expert legal help. You owe it to yourself and those who love you to find out if a horrible error has changed your life. If you think it is possible, if you have questions and want answers, call Jacoby and Myers, 1-877-JM-LAWYER.
Every year, tar and creosote buildup causes thousands of chimney fires. Help protect your home with CSL Creosote Sweeping Log, now accepted by the Chimney Safety Institute of America. Each time you use your fireplace, flammable tar and creosote builds up and can catch fire. Simply burn CSL like your regular log. Its active minerals will dry out and reduce dangerous tar and creosote deposits, making your home safer. Get CSL Creosote Sweeping Log.
Available at Target, CVS, Eckerd, and ShopRite.
Good morning, I'm Charles Osgood, and this is Sunday morning. It's Christmas Eve. Millions of Americans are traveling today to be with their families by tomorrow. Not among them are brave young Americans hospitalized with wounds of war and still facing a long way home. Fortunately, there is a way for home to come to them, as Susan Spencer will report in our cover story. After which, it's on to the small world that's a very big holiday tradition. Rita Braver has the inside story.
It's always Christmas in my house because I never take down the Christmas tree.
Look at that. Christmas is a very busy time in the world of dollhouses.
She's trimming the tree and he's playing carols and they're getting ready for their Christmas dinner.
Later this Sunday morning, we'll have a small story for you.
Seems like every year is a big year in the world of electronic gadgetry. As always, there are hits and there are misses. And there's David Pogue to help us sort things out.
Windows, Vista, AOL, YouTube, Google, Mac and Tel, Blu-ray, HD, DVD, iPod, Zune, Nintendo, Wii. Later on Sunday morning, the top tech picks for 2006. Hey, I got YouTube. I got YouTube.
Everybody wants to get into the act. The USO has been a beacon for several generations of American servicemen and women, and this holiday season, it's making a very big birthday. We'll hit the road with Lee Cowan.
He was a famous trumpet man. It's offered distraction from the destruction for troops all over the world.
I just want you boys to see what you're fighting for, that's all.